Hello and thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. We've got some changes to talk about across the prairie, and one of those is a warm-up that'll be lasting into the middle part of next week, longer if you're in the east across southern Manitoba before cool down comes in late in the week. We've also got a corridor of green showing up on our precipitation forecast here for the week 1 period. We've been talking a lot about dry conditions, and if you're enjoying the dry weather, if you got some operations to take care of, don't be alarmed immediately about this green wet corridor through portions of the prairie, because this is actually not showing up until late in the coming week. So over the next 5-6 days, continuing to be very dry across the prairie, just very light, scattered precipitation over the next 24 to 48 hours, and then continuing to be dry into the middle part of next week. And it looks like it'll be dry for many as we head into the week 2 time period. So really just a late week storm system here that's going to be bringing some precipitation to much of the prairie as we get into the late part of the week. And that is a bit of a change here from some of the forecasts. We'll talk about why it is that we're seeing those showers and storms making their way into the prairie. A bit on the cool side as we get started here. Temperatures in the single digits here on Friday morning, and we do have some showers accompanying those cooler temperatures, especially across the Grand Prairie area. Edmonton, maybe some light showers down toward Calgary and Medicine Hat, and then pushing into southern portions of Saskatchewan today. But again, this precipitation is going to be hit or miss and very light where it is hit, so no one's going to get really soaked badly here over the next 24 or 48 hours. We can kind of see the upper level low spinning away well off to the north. We've got a frontal boundary kind of trailing off and then hooking back to the west. That is where we're seeing those light showers develop across portions of the western prairie here during the day today. It's along and ahead of that frontal boundary. So we take the drawings off here and look at the satellite picture as it freezes. We got plenty of sunshine though across a big chunk of Saskatchewan and southern Manitoba as we wake up this Friday morning. So a beautiful morning, even if it is a little on the cool side across some of the areas here. And again, we'll just play the loop of the forecast here. Friday night, getting into Saturday night, now into Sunday. And you notice there is the chance for some hit or miss precipitation, but again, very light, even where it is a hit there. If we take a look at the total precipitation forecast accumulated here through the weekend, and again, just little streaks here. Some of these showers here dumping anywhere from a trace to maybe 5 millimeters of precipitation, but plenty of dry space in between that. So again, nothing alarming in the precipitation department here as we head through the weekend. As I go ahead and add in the next 7 days, though, taking a look at total accumulated precipitation through Saturday, May 23rd, there you see it, this big corridor of more significant precipitation, 20 to 50 millimeters of precipitation by the time we get to the end of next week. The chance for some thunderstorms across the region as well. The reason for that, let's take a look at the upper level pattern. Right now we've got this big trough off to the north, kind of anchored across that region. And again, we have that area of low pressure with a frontal boundary kind of extending back across this region. We already talked about that. We've got another disturbance making its way across portions of the high plains of the U.S. That's taking more significant precipitation south of the prairie as we head through the day today and into the early part of the weekend. So some of the Dakotas and the central plains of the U.S. getting some showers and storms, but check out what happens as we head into the early part of next week. We see this low here, this trough begin to sort of slide itself back to the east a little bit. We're going to build a ridge in right here. So now we've got ridging, and what you can't see, this is what's going to allow that warm up, is across the eastern half of the U.S. We've got a trough that's going to become cut off way down here. And so when that happens, this trough that's trying to make its way ashore across the western U.S., this would have otherwise, several days ago was forecast to push from west to east across the central U.S. Now we've got this big ridge established across the region, and this trough is, instead of moving from west to east, it's going to be deflected up and over the top of that ridge thanks to the cutoff low across the eastern U.S., bringing it north into the prairie. And that's what brings that chance for widespread rain and thunderstorms into the region as we get to the later part of the week. And that's also going to bring a cool down then, again, across at least the west and central portions of the prairie, maybe across southern Manitoba, holding onto that ridging a little bit longer, keeping those warmer temperatures in place a little bit later into the week. So let's look at the precipitation forecast then from the European model. Here is our area of low pressure well to the north. Follow the frontal boundary back across this region. That's where you'll see those showers developing as we head through the day today. So we take the drawing off, that frontal boundary lingers. We see another area of low pressure kind of riding that frontal boundary, but not bringing precipitation to the region. This is going to help bring warmer temperatures into the region, southerly flow, warm air advection with that, and the precipitation falling north of the prairie here, north of Highway 16, as we head through Monday and Tuesday. So we're heading now deeper into the week. We're still into Tuesday night now, Wednesday, getting into Thursday. Here it is. Now we're starting to see that area of low pressure developing. We've got increasing confidence it's going to make its way through the prairie, but check back in with me on Monday, and we can talk about the exact track of this area of low pressure and what that means as far as people seeing thunderstorms and heavy rain. We see the main area of low pressure. We see kind of like a first wave trying to make its way in across Manitoba as we get into southern Saskatchewan and Manitoba Wednesday night into Thursday. But then we get the main area of low pressure ejecting now across Alberta as we get into Thursday morning, lifting across the region here. This will be now Thursday into Friday, bringing cooler temperatures with it. So we do see some of that precipitation changing over to snow on the backside, but at this point I'm not expecting accumulating snow across the prairie, just a return to cooler conditions for some as we get into Friday and Saturday. So we'll look at those temperatures then. A bit cooler today as we get started, but we'll see that big warm up as we head into the weekend, into early next week. Temperatures well above average as we head through Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. As we get into Wednesday, starting to see that cool down from northwest to southeast, with warmer temperatures lingering across southern Manitoba. We're all the way into Thursday and Friday now, so we're seeing the cool down across the east. We're seeing the warmer conditions continuing, we're seeing the cool down in the west, seeing the warmer conditions linger in the east. And then as we get out to, this will be next weekend, getting into Saturday and Sunday, May 23rd, May 24th, seeing those cooler temperatures overspreading the entire region. So let's see what we got next. We'll take a look at the total accumulated precipitation forecast. This will help kind of drive the point home. We're into Saturday, Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday. So I'll stop it here Tuesday morning. And you notice across the prairie, still very dry. Many areas not seeing any precipitation between now and Tuesday. The folks who do, it's going to be light and scattered in nature. Let's slowly step forward now into Tuesday night, into Wednesday morning. So folks still on the dry side, even as we get into Tuesday night into Wednesday. That first wave allegedly ejects across the prairie here Wednesday into Wednesday evening, and then we see the second area of low pressure following behind, bringing that corridor of more significant precipitation then as we head into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So just to kind of summarize the points here, we'll go ahead and pull up the high temperatures here in Calgary as we do that. Again, watching the warm up into the weekend, seeing temperatures cooling slightly as we head into the end of next week, seeing dry conditions continue approximately through this corridor here, May 15th through the 19th, turning more active and cool on the rainy side as we get into the later part of the week. That would be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Similarly, in Edmonton, keeping things on the dry side here through Tuesday, a little bit wetter and more active as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, as we cool down as well. Regina, probably going to be on the dry side here into Tuesday, if not into Wednesday as well. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, looking a little bit more active. Saskatoon, very similar look. Winnipeg, as it stands right now, you'll be drier than they are off toward the west. That's why I want to check back in on Monday, though, on the actual track of that area of low pressure. That'll have big implications here. Not only in the west, but in the east here, maybe getting a little bit more precipitation. But you notice the warm-up lasts longer here as we don't get that troughing digging in the middle part of the week. So high temperatures above average here in Winnipeg through the late part of next week, perhaps turning a little bit more active into some chances for rain showers as we get into Friday and Saturday. Have a great day, a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you again on Monday morning.